Good evening. How is everyone doing? Listen, I just can't stop thinking about what happened to this young lady. I can't. It's the way she was found is so just, it's horrifying. And I'm really bothered by it. And I want to know what happened to her. And I want to know why we aren't being updated by law enforcement. And I know that they have no obligation, this and that, blah, 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 blah. You know what, though? There's a dangerous person out there that took this girl's life. So, yeah, we do need to know something. I want to know who I need to be looking out for, right? So let me take a quick attendance. I know this was very last minute, and a lot of people don't necessarily follow Cher's case, which I find problematic. It sucks. Please share this video if you would be so kind, so that we can together try to get some justice for Sheridan Wall. Her life was taken, and she was a beautiful, young, and talented girl. Perfect Storm, good to see you. Hello, Lori. So good to see you as well. Carrie Lawson, welcome back. T. Riley, always good to see you. Thank you for the butterflies and the hearts. Shayna, so nice to have you here. Jose Carter Sr. here very promptly. Wonderful to see you, sir. And Shelly Ann, hi, welcome. Thank you for the smiles and butterflies and flowers. So we're going to just listen to this clip of Cher singing. This is one that I haven't played before, so please enjoy. And then I'm going to share some information from Mountain Girl that she posted earlier. Hello, Orca. What an awesome name. Okay, so I'm going to mute myself and then play this. It's very short, but her voice is just, it's stunning. I'm going to play it a couple times, guys. Hi, Patty.
You know I'm afraid of change. Guess that's why we stay the same. So tell me to leave, I'll pack my bags, get on the road. Find someone who loves you better than I do, darling, I know. 'Cause you remind me every day I'm not enough, but I still stay. You know I'm afraid of change. Guess that's why we stay the same. So tell me to leave, I'll pack my bags, get on the road. Find someone who loves you better than I do, darling, I know. 'Cause you remind me every day I'm not enough, but I still stay. You know I'm afraid of change. Guess that's why we stay the same. So tell me to leave, I'll pack my bags, get on the road. Find someone who loves you better than I do, darling, I know. 'Cause you remind me every day I'm not enough, but I still stay.
Is everyone crying? Because we all should be. Why on earth are people evil? Why would someone take this beautiful woman's life? I just can't fathom. As I said, Mountain Girl put out a video, so I do want to share that. I actually haven't seen it yet. I'm excited to watch it. She learned about this case through me, I think. And I'm excited that she's covering it. We need more people covering it because we need to know what happened to this girl. She needs justice, and we need some, crazy person or people off the streets, whoever did this to her. Okay, let me mute myself.
This is going to be a little bit of a timeline on the Sheridan Waller case. She is from Tampa, Florida, and had traveled to Myrtle Beach to go visit her father. However, she didn't make it to her father's home. She was actually in the area, though, and had a lot of sightings of her prior to her being found dead. This case is really puzzling. So I'm just going to share with all of you the timeline so that you get kind of a better understanding. And if you want to listen to further details from earlier on in Sheridan's case, True Crime with Libby, she actually did the covering for this case from day one. She has a lot of useful information to catch you up on this case. But again, I just want to point out some very interesting things because this case has, been a little mysterious. And again, she went to school at University of Southern Florida. And the reason why I wanted to point some of these things out to all of you are for just a couple of reasons. Here is her mother's post for Facebook asking for information on anybody who had knowledge or knew where her missing daughter was. Because again, she had traveled there and had arrived, and she was heading to go see her father, but never made it. Her body was actually found located in a cornfield that was backed up to the firehouse. And her car was found over 10 miles away, and it was burnt, like it had caught on fires. And this is the thing, like, obviously she didn't drive it there since the car was found 10 miles from her body. So somebody took that vehicle and abandoned it 10 miles away, but then took the time to set it on fire. For what reason? I mean, to get rid of DNA or trace of something. It's just, again, very odd. And that is the fire station. And she also tried to rent one of those like scooters in the area, and they declined her because she didn't have shoes. And I guess you have to have closed toe shoes, so she more than likely just had flip-flops with her, so she wasn't able to rent the scooter. But again, this is just kind of a breakdown on the timeline a little bit on her disappearance and kind of what has taken place. And True Crime with Libby actually just did a live last night that you can go back and recheck on this. And it's going to kind of highlight and point out a couple of things. And to be honest with you, when I first seen Sheridan's face, and then when I seen Gabby Petito's face, they resemble each other in many, many ways. I mean, they appear to have like the same taste in things, the same style, very close to age. And here soon we'll get into a couple of those things. But I was really happy that True Crime with Libby actually did that live last night discussing this, because it was kind of an eye-opener. Even if it's not linked or anything, it's just something to explore and to like put some deep thought process in, just because of the dynamics. So as many of you know, Gabby and Brian are from Florida. And that is where Sheridan is from, or was living at the time, but just traveling to Myrtle Beach. So again, I'm just letting you guys kind of read through this. And Sheridan's autopsy is not back yet, but it should be coming up here soon with the answers on her autopsy. And that's the location address where they recovered Sheridan's body. But what I wanted to point out, though, is the date and the time frame of when Sheridan went missing, and when her body was found. Is just, really interesting. So as you see there, she was a University of Southern Florida student, Sheridan Wall, 21, found dead on South Carolina trip. Now, when I Googled Sheridan, there's Sheridan's photo at the top, but look at the similarity right below came up Gabby's pictures. And then whenever I Googled how far away Tampa, Florida is to Fort DeSoto Park Campground, it's 42 minutes. Actually, somebody suggested for Libby to check that last night on her live. And then I did so today because I couldn't remember the exact amount of time. And it makes you wonder, when this young lady was en route to drive to Myrtle Beach, I mean, that's not very far from that campground. And with these kids being around the same age and having the same like and things, I am sure that it's a possibility that Brian and Gabby both had friends that went to the same college. So is it a possibility that they, knew one another? And I know it sounds crazy, but it is, again, a very strong possibility. 40 minutes is not too far away from that campground. And also, Myrtle Beach, you can get to the Appalachian Mountain. Now, here's something that Sheridan liked on her Facebook. She's into like some goth thing. which I thought was odd because we know that Brian, and here's Sheridan, like, look how similar she resembles Gabby, like, a lot. But we know that Brian is into, like some different things. I don't personally know because I try not to follow him because it's just a very creepy situation. But here's also Sheridan is into music like Gabby and Brian. And if you guys recall in the YouTube video where Gabby gave a tour of the van, she had a guitar in the back of her van that looked very similar to this one. But as you look at Sheridan's earlier profile pictures, I mean, she looks a lot like Gabby. And would that strike the interest of Brian? And look, she likes the beach, the water. And then look here, this is from years ago, but she clearly has a lot of same interests that Gabby and Brian both had from what we've seen on their traveling video. And the video that Gabby done where Brian was jumping off rocks and stuff. I mean, there's just a lot of, same interest and hobbies between the three of them. So, I mean, is this somebody who could possibly, strike his interest or a friend with having the same hobbies? Absolutely. So I just found it, to be a little questionable. And Sheridan was into like the little drawings and stuff. Again, I mean, she was just a beautiful, beautiful young lady. She dresses like Gabby, but just that free spirit, down to earth girl look and style. But there you see, missing Florida woman, 21, found dead in South Carolina. And as many of you know, like I said, the South Carolina area, I mean, you can reach the Appalachian Trail easily. And then that looks like a look like what Gabby would do. And then if you look, this young lady, she also has tattoos. And we know that Gabby, she liked to have tattoos on her as well. She had many. So again, I mean, this girl has a lot of resemblances to the type of girl, Gabby was. And I don't know much about this Brian Laundrie guy because, to be honest with you, like I said, he's just very odd, in my opinion. But maybe if they were linked somehow or knew each other or had mutual friends, and he knew that Sheridan was going on this road trip, maybe that's why she didn't make it to see her father, possibly. And maybe she caught wind that he was wanted. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm going down a crazy rabbit hole here, but you kind of see that it's a little odd. But all of her friends have very similar things to say about her, just like Gabby's friends, that she was just very sweet and down to earth and liked music and stuff of that nature. And she loved being outdoors and very nature and outdoorsy. And we've not really heard a whole lot about Sheridan's story either. But here is where things get a little weird. And you'll have to screenshot this, but so down coming up at the bottom, you're going to see that Brian was in Colorado. It says July of 2020. Okay. So it doesn't say that Gabby was in Colorado. It says that Brian was in Colorado July of 2020, right there. So what I find odd about that and the date, that Gabby was found. Well, look who else is originally from Colorado. Sheridan is originally from Colorado, but just goes to school in Florida. So, did she join groups or link up and network and know these two or have mutual friends? You guys be the judge.
Okay. So who was not in my stream last night? Because I went through pretty thoroughly about Sheridan's case. So who was not here? Because I see some questions that if you had seen, you would know. And I'm going to need a doctor's note from you. You weren't here, Barb? Okay. Alicia, okay. Hi, Betty Jo. I'm glad you're back. Language of horses. You asked me, do I think... Where did that question go? Let me go back to the questions. Oh my gosh. You thought you saw Brian Saturday? Holy bananagrams. Okay, so this was just on Saturday that you had the streets blocked off, and that's where you think you saw Brian? Whereabouts? Did you call the authorities? Because that's crazy town. All right, so I wanted to show you, and some of you have seen this already because you've been in my streams. Let me go to... Okay, hold on, guys. All right. So another reason that I think that they potentially could be linked, and this is all just, I'm going to put it out there. It is speculation or hypothesis, or, it's not like anybody saw them together type of thing. What I'm presenting to you is my thoughts and opinions on what potentially could have happened. Okay. So please don't go running around being like, oh my gosh, Cher Wall picked up Brian Laundrie and he killed her. Because I have no idea. But I want to know. I want to know what happened to this girl. And there's a lot of similarities here. So it's troubling. All right, so here is the ditch where they found Cher's car. Her car was found on the day that she was reported missing, okay, which was September 19th. Now, around that time, is it possible that Brian Laundrie was hitchhiking out of Florida? I don't know. Maybe. Could be. The last time that his parents reported seeing him was on September 14th. I do not know, because it has not been released to the public, to my knowledge, the day that Cher drove to Myrtle Beach. I don't know if it was 15th, 16th, 17th. I'm assuming it wasn't the 19th if she was trying to rent a scooter at 1 o'clock, because it is a good 7 to 8 hour, probably longer, probably more like 9 to 10 hour drive, I would say. So she had to have gone like the 17th. Well, I shouldn't say what day I think she went, but I just know it wasn't likely the 19th that she drove there. Anyway, so this is the ditch, the cornfield that her car was found in. So you see back there, you see that burn mark? That's obviously where the car burned, okay? But off behind there, you see that pathway? That was not there previously. The car on fire driving through it did that. So think about that. That's pretty dramatic and crazy. This is some of her dream journal that was left behind in the charred remains. And again, this was located in Scranton. I get confused between the car was found at or around the fire station. No, her body was found behind the fire station, and I believe that was in Pamplico. So this must be in or around Scranton, which is further inland than where her body was found. So what appears to have happened is that her body was dumped behind the fire station, and then this person drove further inland, set the car on fire, and let it roll through the cornfield. This is the guy who came to pick up the car. It was about a 500-yard swath of corn that was leveled as the car crossed the field and burned in a ditch. So this is the fire station in Florence County where her body was located, behind and on that property. There's that again, the corn field. 500 yards. There's the road. There's an aerial view. So here you see that this was seen, the smoke was seen just before 2 p.m. And if you remember, Sheridan was on a FaceTime call with her mom at 1 p.m., around 1 p.m. in Myrtle Beach. Now this area here is about 45 minutes away. 45 to 55 minutes, I would say. So that would lead us to think that, okay, immediately after she talked to her mom, she left the area. Law enforcement says that she left Myrtle Beach area, quote unquote, safely. They do not say that she left alone. They do not say whether she left with someone. That is what I really need to know. Did she leave that area with someone? Who was it? Or did she pick someone up? Did she pick someone up on the drive to Myrtle Beach from Florida? Or did she pick someone up in Myrtle Beach? Or did she pick someone up heading out of Myrtle Beach? But somebody was with her. She could have stopped for gas. I don't know, but no one has come out and said that is the case. Hi, Mountain Girl. So really all that you've missed is that I played your video, and but I did play a few a few times through some of Cher's music because she's just so talented, and I just can't get over. I mean, the feeling in her music too. It's just, I don't know. It just wrecks me. But she really could have had a beautiful future, and it was just taken by somebody evil that we need to have arrested. Thank you, Ladybug. So if she were to have, and let's think about what kind of sense that would make too, Ladybug. Would it make any sense for her to haul ass at 5 a.m. to get to Myrtle Beach, and then at 1:00 immediately try to rent a scooter and not be able to, and then say, forget it, I'm driving back home? That sounds really weird, right? So anyway, it's possible, but it doesn't sound very likely. So I'm thinking she had to have gotten there the night before. Where did she stay? Did she stay with a friend? Clearly, she didn't meet up with her dad. Why? I don't know. It's driving me insane. But at this point, it's like, I mean, I guess we just have to wait for law enforcement to do what they're supposed to do. And I just pray that they are doing that. If you watched yesterday, I did play a video. I went to the actual scooter store, the super, whatever it's called, rentals. I don't remember what it's called, but on the beach, my husband and I went there. I actually interviewed a young man who works there. He did say that it was his last day on Sunday. So that was interesting. And now since then, I've seen an interview with a young lady who, she says that her brother was working that day. And I'm going to tell you that she and the young man that I interviewed look like brother and sister. I don't know if they are, you guys, but they look like it. So that's a little weird to me, because he told me that he was not working the day that Cher was there. Because that was the 19th. Let me look at what day of the week that is. Oh, that was a Sunday. September 19th was a Sunday. So I feel like he was working. But at any rate, he did tell me that he didn't remember seeing her. I know that for certain. And I also asked him about the whole footwear thing. I said, what kind of footwear is required to rent a scooter here? And he told me closed-toed shoes. So that's a little, it might seem like irrelevant. I don't know if it is, but from what I remember of what her mom said, she said that they wouldn't let her rent a scooter because she didn't have shoes. She didn't use the words barefoot that I remember. Yes, Betty Joe, that's right. Gabby's body was found on September 19th. But remember, we know that her body had been there for quite a longer time than that. And what we know about Cher is that her body was found on the 21st, but that her car was found burned on the 19th. So it is believed that she did die on the 19th. Yeah, Ladybug, I'm not sure. So there's a few different things to think about with that. Sometimes, that's just a thing to do at the beach. It's kind of fun to drive around on a scooter. But my other thought was, did she want to get away from someone? Like, I don't know. But then I'm thinking, okay, if she talked to her mom on FaceTime, and if she were in some kind of danger already, would she not have told her mom? You think it's odd to not be prepared with proper shoes? I don't know. I mean, she was 21 years old. You know, she's at the beach. Normally people have flip-flops on at the beach. But then I'm thinking too, okay, where was her car parked? Did she not have other footwear in her car? I don't understand your message, Ladybug. I don't see not many more golf carts than ever. I don't understand. But lots of people do rent scooters, and they have these little, like, they're so weird. They look like mini cars. They're like a cross between a golf cart and a car, but because they're tiny, but they look like a car. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she was renting it for someone else. Maybe she was threatened. Well, if she were renting it, okay, let's see. Interesting. I don't know. More people rent golf carts instead of scooters. Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's a preference. Like a family would usually rent a golf cart, or people, who have, if it's a group of people, young people that are partying or what have you, I could see them getting a golf cart. But at any rate, she wanted a scooter for some reason. And I don't know. Hi, 423 Chase. Thanks for coming in. I heard that you got a new hat. Did that come in the mail at the P.O. box? "423 Chase got a new hat that says #FindSummer. It's awesome. Oh, Lisa, yeah, that's a good point too. Maybe she was trying to get a scooter. She didn't want to keep finding a parking spot for her car. Yes, absolutely. So she was thinking about tooling around there. And so the question remains for me as well is, okay, so was she so pissed about not being able to rent the scooter that she was like, I'm coming back home? Did she have an argument with her father? Like, so there's more to this story that we are not privy to. And I want to respect the privacy of the family. So I'm not planning on asking them these questions because they are devastated right now, and will be for some time, for the loss of their daughter. I just hope and pray that law enforcement is doing what needs to be done, and that they're working really hard on her case. The dad said he was looking all around for her. Yeah, so yep, I did hear that too, Ladybug. But when was he looking? Did he specify? Was it after? I'm assuming it was sometime. Honestly, it was probably after she was already deceased, because let's think about this. At 1:00 in the afternoon, she talked to her mother, said, I wanted to rent a damn scooter. I just threw the damn word in there. I don't know if she said that. I can't because I don't have the right shoes or what have you. I'm coming back home. The mom is like, no, don't drive back home. It's too long of a drive. Don't do all that right now. stay at a hotel. So my question is, why would she say stay at a hotel? Why didn't she say go stay with your dad? Was she in an argument with her dad? And I don't know if that has any relevance to this at all, but I just don't get why was she so upset that she was coming back home before she had seen her dad is a question. And why would she want to just drive back home that day? Layla, I can talk to you on Tiffany Marie's Discord if you are in there. Do you think it was a distress call to her mom? So then if that's the case, oh my gosh, I don't know, you guys. And then let me show you something else that's super weird. Super weird. Inexplainably weird. But again, could be explained if we were privy to information that I'm sure that her family knows. But they have no obligation to tell us again. So I'm not faulting them in any way. I understand. Okay, so this is, did I share it? Yeah, okay, good. So this is her Instagram. And this is her last known post. Okay, this is from 2 weeks ago. And the date is September 17th. So I want to know, on September 17th, was she in Myrtle Beach yet? Was that the day that she left? Where was she when she took this picture? Because what in the hell are these hashtags about? Do you see that? And Betty Jo, I don't know the answer to that. No one has referred to a boyfriend at any point in the interviews that I've seen. And I've seen an interview with her best friend / roommate, as well as I saw a statement made by her father. No one has referenced a boyfriend, and I haven't seen it. Looking through her Instagram posts, I haven't seen any evidence of a boyfriend, nor on her Facebook. So I don't know if this is coming out blurry or what for you guys. Okay, can you see it now? Hashtag stolen car. Hashtag, I think that's supposed to be detective. The 9 and then 911. You know, I don't know. Layla, why don't you just email me, hun? You need a bigger screen, Language of Heroes. No, her roommate doesn't live in Myrtle Beach. She lives in Florida. That's where Cher lived also. She was a student there. So what do you guys think about this? It's all really weird, isn't it? So what I also wanted to show you, and this is, hold on one sec. No, that's not it. I looked at directions for how how to get to the Appalachian Trail where allegedly Brian Laundrie was seen on the border of North Carolina and Tennessee, and looked at directions from where he was in Florida, or at least from his parents' house in Florida, and he would pass through South Carolina. So I just, I don't know. I'm wondering, did he hitch a ride with Cher Wall to get part of the way to the Appalachian Trail? That's what I wonder. Could be totally far-fetched and completely out there, but it's just, we don't know what this guy is capable of. And we don't know what happened to this beautiful girl, but we know that she's dead and that her car was burned. So, oh, Betty, when did that happen? When did law enforcement confirm that that wasn't Brian? Because I didn't hear that. Hi, Peggy. How are you? Does anyone know if that was confirmed, that it was definitely not Brian Laundrie seen on the Appalachian Trail by the gentleman? I can't remember that dude's name, but y'all, I'm sure, saw that interview where he says he swears it was him. His wife did an interview too and said that, now she wasn't there. His wife wasn't there, but she talked to her husband, who told her that he would bet his life on it that that was Brian Laundrie. Either last night or today it was on the news. Okay. I'll have to look into that. Let me see if I can find it right now. In fact, let's see. Talk amongst yourselves. Oh, for fuck's sake, how do you spell Appalachian? Okay, 11 hours ago. 5 days ago, 4 days ago. Let me look at news. Here, let me share this screen so you can all see what I'm looking at. Okay, so I put law enforcement says Brian Laundrie was not on Appalachian Trail. I always put exactly, I tape it exactly. It's funny. Let's see this one. I mean, this was yesterday. Is it showing you? Okay. 911 call from man who claimed. Yeah, we already heard that. I just want to know what law enforcement says about it. Do. Because if they just say it's not confirmed, then that's not. Okay, I'm just skimming through this. All right, here, let's just play this.
Law enforcement and others have pulled out all the stops, searching countless hours for Brian Laundrie.
In a just released 911 call, a man claims he saw Laundrie near the North Carolina-Tennessee border, many miles away from the focus of the
Is it echoing, guys?
And on your side, investigator Masa Saidi joins us live from the Tampa News Center with the latest on those sightings.
Jen and Keith, the sheriff's office in Western North Carolina tells me that they have had 10 recent calls about Brian Laundrie. While out-of-state sightings are up, back here at home, the search appears to be scaling down.
Hey, gamer guy.
Tonight in Sarasota, a scaled-back search for Brian Laundrie at the Carlton Reserve. From above, deep in the reserve, Eagle 8 HD spotted 3 men on an airboat with a canine. As the hunt for Laundrie enters another week, frustration from the Petito family. Gabby's mom, Nicole Schmidt, tweeting this weekend, quote, "Mama Bear is getting angry. Turn yourself in." Tonight, authorities in North Carolina releasing a 911 call about a possible Laundrie sighting, one of 10 recent calls.
Haywood County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
Well, I'm on the highway right now, but I ran into Brian Lauer just a little while ago.
On the phone with dispatch for more than 4 minutes, an Appalachian Trail hiker claims he spotted Laundrie in a white truck.
And as I turned around and I'm coming back by him, he's waving his arm out of his truck, like for me to slow down. He was talking wild. He said that his girlfriend loved him and he had to go out to California to see her. And he was asking me how to get to California.
The Haywood County Sheriff's Office says the call came in around 2:40 a.m. Saturday. 2 deputies immediately dispatched to the North Carolina-Tennessee border. They encountered one person who was not Brian Laundrie. The Sheriff's Office says, quote, "We will continue to respond and fully investigate all calls for service related to the nationwide search for Mr. Laundrie."
I went and parked and pulled up the photographs of him, and I'm 99.99% sure that was him.
Smith, not so sure. So lots of Brian Laundrie sightings, but to date, law enforcement has not deemed any of the sightings to be credible. Tomorrow marks exactly 3 weeks since Brian Laundrie's parents say.
Okay. So what she said was that they haven't found any of the sightings to be credible. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Who y'all talking about? What lady is scared? Oh, Brian Laundrie supposedly emailed her. Yeah, I highly doubt it. I'm sure that's somebody posing. Layla, love, what you want to say? There's something no one is talking about there. Okay, tell us. Tell us what you know. Carolina Adventures. What are you talking about? Come over here and hide what? Huh? Who? Okay, do you want to come up here and say it? I'll drop the link if you want. Here's the link if someone wants to come up. Yeah, it's okay. If you start getting crazy, you're going to get dropped like a hot pocket. The scared lady can hide here. Okay. Okay, let me put up a picture of, hold on one sec, Layla. Hold on. Just want to put this on something. Okay, so look, there is the charred remains of the car, the Toyota emblem, and some corn. Okay. All right, Layla, here you go. Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing all right. I'm kind of scared to be talking. In that video with the protesters, when she was out there
Mhm.
with the protesters, she said something and everybody overlooked it. She
Yes.
said why her brother was standing next to her, she FaceTimed Gabby so the kids can talk to her.
What date was that she said that happened?
At the camping trip when they went on the camping thing.
Really?
It's I can drop you. I timestamped the video.
Did you send it to me already?
No, I'm gonna send it to you now.
Okay.
It's in the private chat.
Okay, perfect.
And I think his name is JLB or something like that, was doing the interview with her. The protester guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of like overlooks her saying it.
Well, that's weird. Okay, so let me go share that. Do you have it paused on the timestamp?
Yeah, that timestamp is right at where that conversation starts.
Perfect. Did y'all just hear my stomach growl?
I didn't. I'm hearing my own.
Okay, so this says that it's going to do an ad and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to mute us so that we don't get the nasty feedback. Okay.
Okay.
On that trip? Yes.
What was discussed? Anything? Was he discussed about?
They were talking. He was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip. And then,
Did he say he got in a fight with Gabby? He didn't talk about that incident.
I have no idea.
Do you know what date your brother flew back, that your dad paid for the plane?
Didn't even know he paid for the plane.
Did he fly back from
He flew back
like around like what, the 17th or something? Around like the 17th or something after the fight?
Got here on the 17th. I don't know what day he left.
Did you see him on that trip?
Yeah.
Anything? Was he discussed about?
They were talking. He was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip.
Okay, so what I hear happening there is that they're talking about when Gabby and Brian were on their trip and where they were going next. And she FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids, right?
Right, when they was at the camping, while they the dad, the mom, her, and the brother went on that camping trip. That 3-day camping thing. I think it was the 6th to the 10th or 6th to the 8th.
I don't think that's what they're talking about right now.
Well, wasn't that the original conversation? There's a reason why she's coming
Let me
out?
go back. Sorry?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Me? No. Go ahead. Go on back.
Okay.
I
I'm
might
just gonna
be wrong. But
I'm
thought
gonna
that
rewind
was
it so we can.
Yeah, I just thought that was the conversation. Was she came out to say that she didn't lie in that first video. She didn't see him up until that date, to the camping trip.
Okay. So let me go back so we make sure that we hear this right.
Okay.
Tumultuous time for their family is interesting. All right, we do have another clip. Stand by, Brian. Let's take a listen.
Yeah, I'm in the boat where I'm getting ignored by my family and thrown under the bus by my family's attorney.
Why would he do that? Like, why?
Beats me. protect his client because she's not their client. So I'm just as mad.
Did they have a storage shed, Gabby, and
They have a storage locker.
Brian? Do you know where it was?
I have no idea.
Do you know what date your brother flew back that your dad paid for the plane?
Didn't even know he paid for the plane.
Did he fly back from like around like what, the 17th or something? Around like the 17th or something after the fight.
Got here on the 17th. I don't know what day he left.
Did you see him on that trip?
Yes.
What was discussed? Anything?
Okay, so that's what I thought. So they both clarify the 17th.
Right. But that couldn't have been the camping trip unless there's another date that we didn't know about.
Well, what I think they're talking about is Gabby and Brian being on their camping, their a cross country trip. What does the chat think? And I'll play the rest here too.
Was he discussed about?
They were talking. He was telling me where they were going next. I FaceTimed with Gabby and the kids on that trip.
Did he say he got in a fight with Gabby? He didn't talk about that incident.
Just not a surprise to us too.
Yeah. We're unfortunately in the dark as much as everybody else.
Okay, so what do you think?
I just think it's something that's being overlooked. The time doesn't seem right, because if he left there, came there, they went on that trip. It was like the 6th to the 8th, and then he takes off. Nobody's seen him after that.
But I think the 17th that they're referring to is August. Isn't that when was the last
September?
time?
I thought it was September 6th when they went on that camping trip.
Yes, but the sister's saying that Brian flew home on the 17th.
Right.
So
well, wait a second, but
are we talking about August?
That's possible. Well,
yeah, that's what Carrie says too.
So okay.
No, Shelly, she didn't say that she FaceTimed Gabby the 5th. She said during the trip, their trip.
Right.
That she FaceTimed them. And then Brian flew back on August 17th.
Right. So yeah, then it was plenty of time. Well, see, that's what I was thinking was he came back after. I'm not going to say he did it. We don't know for sure, but if he did do that, he did it when he went back. He couldn't have done it before. That's what I was thinking. Was how can he have killed? Well, how can he have done that? But then the FaceTime happened.
Right.
So that's where I was getting confused at.
Okay. So I think we're all clear now. Do you feel like the sister is being deceptive?
I still do.
You do?
I do. Yeah. Because the family is not going to keep her out of it. Not with the kids.
Know. And I found her credible, but admittedly, I haven't been following this case from day one, like a lot of people have. And I really only started looking into it, to be honest, when I saw that there could potentially be a link between Gabby and Sheridan Wall.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that one I'm starting to think about too. Is like, it's they look so similar, they look alike. They kind of act the same. So yeah, I don't know. But I don't see how a mother would give up on grandmother give up on grandkids.
I know. It's all very strange. And I find myself trying to imagine being Brian's mother and how I would respond. And it is not the way that she has. I don't think. But it's hard to say not being in the situation. I mean, you guys, you got to.
Yeah, we're looking from the outside in. So.
Yeah. Do you have children?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, I have 4 grown children. And so it's hard for me to think about what would I do if I actually had the fear that my child had possibly
done something like that,
killed someone,
right?
Yeah, or done something horrible.
Right.
I can't see. I just don't know.
Well,
I'm trying to understand from their perspective, but it's not okay, obviously. Like
they've done messed up in the get-go anyways. When they brought the car back, they should have left it there and called the cops and had the cops come and do everything. Yeah. They tampered with the evidence, so they're done.
Yeah.
In my eyes, anyways, they're done. I can't believe anything that they come out and say now.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of falls back on the sister too. Is how can the family just drop her like that?
I could see that maybe, to the extent that all of these actions that they are taking or not taking is to protect Brian. I could imagine that they are staying away from their daughter and
she said it was the attorney
and grandchildren right now for the same reason.
Yeah, but she said that it was the family attorney is telling her not to go around the family.
Okay.
So me, I would be like, hey, that's my family. I'm dropping you as an attorney. I'm finding me someone else. But if he's been there for get-go, so.
I mean, we have to think that the purpose of this attorney is to defend Brian, right?
Well, yeah, but the thing is okay, when he came back the first time is when he lawyered up, right? Or was it when he came back with the van?
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know that.
Right. So if he came back from on the first trip down, then he lawyered up. What was he lawyering up for? Was there something planned ahead of time? We don't know. But that's the thing. No one's saying any of that. No,
right.
It's not when he first showed up, he lawyered up. It was, he lawyered up when he got into town. Well, which time?
Mm-hmm.
So there's been 2 people that's been found in a field lately. Wasn't there a little girl or a little boy that was found?
Xavier Harrelson was found in a cornfield.
In a cornfield, yeah. And then now, wasn't she found in a burning car or something?
Her car was found burning in a cornfield, and her body was found 10 miles away behind a fire station.
Okay.
But yeah, face down, no shoes on is what I have heard.
So there's a pattern. So it's possibly the same guy or girl. So
I don't know.
and there's no details exactly how Gabby was found either. They just said that they found her, right? In the field, in a makeshift grave.
Who knows the details on how Gabby? I don't know.
Right.
I didn't.
Yeah. So they didn't say too much on that, but everybody's been saying that that's the way she was found in a dug up in a shallow grave.
So Betty said that Cassie did ask Brian to turn himself in. Was that during this interview that we just watched?
I think that was the NBC one. I think it was the NBC one. She went on live. She went on national TV right after that interview and did another interview.
Okay, but did she do? I'm talking about the one where, the initial interview that she did. At that point, and everyone's saying she lied in that one. Did she make a plea for Brian to turn himself in that first interview that she ever did?
I didn't hear one, and she's also saying that they screwed her over on that. They made her sound like she was lying. ABC, okay. I said NBC, didn't I? I'm sorry.
Okay, Mom 21 is saying that Gabby was found face down in the creek with debris over her.
Well, see, yeah.
And I'm not going to pretend to know.
No, me either. But no, I was just saying that's what people were saying. So I'm just going by what others are saying. So, but that part of the video, it kind of stuck out to me. It was like you FaceTimed with Gabby with him next to you, so the kids can talk to her. So, when did that happen? What if he? How can? I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And this new interview thing that's gone out with this guy says that he's looking for his girl in California. If that was their next stop, maybe he doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm just looking up to see if I can find any more details about how she was found. And who found her?
I'm going to think it was the search team. After that video came out of the the RV going through there in the van, I think they went and searched that area and then found her. There was 2 creeks that they had to cross to find her.
Okay. Yeah, this article that I pulled up isn't telling me. Who was that gave us that information? It was
right. Yeah, Shelley, I was thinking about that too. It's like they lived there too and not heard them have an argument. Everybody has arguments.
Right. Mom to One, where do you remember where you saw that? My dog is snoring. Apparently, I'm boring. Oh, look, you got a compliment there from Anne. She says, "You're an awesome caller. You have great insight."
Thank you.
Shelley, was anyone else surprised that Cassie and her husband lived with Brian and Gabby in the parents' home? Yeah, I'm super confused because yesterday or whenever that interview came out, like that's their house. They have their own house. So was there a short period of time, I thought she said, where Gabby and Brian lived with them when they first moved there?
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So I'm not ever I don't know. When did they all live together in a house is what I'm asking.
Well, she
Yes.
says in that video, they asked if they ever heard Brian and Gabby get into arguments or fight
Mhm.
because they talked to all of the neighbors around the house, and they said that they've heard screaming coming out of that house. They said, "Well, when we lived there, we never heard any of it." So
Interesting.
yeah, it's in that video. I can't find the actual video. I'm always finding the ones that's cut up.
I know. Oh, and
It's like I can't find the full thing.
look what Anne said. When my dog was snoring, she thought it was my stomach growling. No, my stomach wasn't quite that loud. Okay, so Gabby moved in with Brian in 2019. Don't know what month, just 2019. Okay, but my thing is, in that interview that Cassie just did, she says that this right here is our house.
Right.
Could have sworn that she said that when Gabby and Brian first moved to Florida, they stayed with them.
Yeah. Yeah, she did say that.
So I'm confused as hell. That's all I know.
That's one of the things that I was like, yeah, everybody's touching on that, so I'm not going to say anything about that part. But the whole FaceTiming, nobody's talking about that, about the whole FaceTime conversation. It's like,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, was Brian next to you as you kind of hinted that he was next to you when you FaceTime them? Or was Brian with Gabby to do the FaceTime?
no, because she's talking about when they were on their trip. That's what I think.
Right.
I
Well,
think
it just got confusing. I got confused.
Yeah.
I thought I was onto something.
Well, maybe you were. I mean, who knows? It's crazy. Hey, what is that? Your little icon there. What is that?
Oh, hers? That's a little gingerbread house.
No, yours.
Oh, that's my role play character.
Oh, what's the name of it?
Layla Love.
Well, it looks like a swirl, a black swirl.
Oh,
What's that?
that's OBS's thing. I thought you was talking about on. Yeah.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, I thought you was talking about my icon on my YouTube.
No, I'm not sure I even know what that is. I was just talking about what's showing here on StreamYard right now. Does anyone else want to come up and chat about anything? I'll give you the link.
Here, I'll change to my avatar.
Oh, it's no problem. You leave it however you want.
Okay, it didn't work anyways.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. Does it describe how she was found, Lisa? Like anything about how? I don't even know what I'm asking. It's so disturbing, you guys.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, Lisa just sent me a link, but it's I gotta copy and paste it. It's not coming out as a link. That's kind of weird. Go to, okay. Okay, let me see. Body found in Wyoming forest. Okay. All right, let me share this. Video Chrome right there. Okay. Okay. So there's going to be a stupid ad. Sorry. I'm not going to buy YouTube
You got to pay the bills.
Premium for y'all. All right. I'm going to mute us. Where am I? Right.
Developing now, a body believed to be that of a 22-year-old. We're talking about Gabby Petito, was found in a Wyoming national forest yesterday. Investigators hope the discovery will lead to more answers about what happened to her while she was out on a long-haul road trip with her fiance. Francesca, a lot of people really invested in the story that seems to have so many twists and turns, and the updates just keep coming.
Yeah, they are. And, we're here to get everyone caught up. So let's walk you through the very latest updates. An autopsy on the body found in that forest is scheduled for Tuesday. It is expected to be Gabby, and her family has already been notified. Meanwhile, there's still no word on her fiance, Brian Laundrie. Police have been searching a nature reserve in Florida for any sign of him. His family says they haven't seen him since last Tuesday. Now, he is a person of interest, but police say he is not wanted for a crime. Investigators are still asking anyone who might have seen or heard from this couple to contact them. Now, just to recap, Petito had been traveling with her fiance on a road trip out west. He returned home to Florida without her on September 1st. Now, her family reported her missing on September 11th. And again, Aisha, this is something that many people are invested in. You just mentioned it, twists and turns. So, of course, we'll be monitoring this closely.
It's all over social media, people just wanting to get answers, Francesca. To be that of a 22-year-old. We're talking about Gabby Petito. Now, a body believed to be that of a 22-year-old. We're talking about Gabby Petito, was found.
Okay, so I don't see a creek. So what's going on here? Okay, it just shows it. No, don't be sorry. That's okay, honey.
There's a
You
video.
don't have to apologize.
There's a video that I seen of the location of where they found her. And they walk from where the van was to where they found her. It might have got taken down. Because,
do you know who posted that?
No. And I should have, man.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But it probably got removed.
Okay, Karen B explained something. Let's see. Cassie's family, Gabby lived in the yellow. Okay, wait a minute. I gotta go back here. Bossy Pants, hi. I didn't know you were here. Okay, Cassie and her husband lived in the yellow house along with Gabby and Brian. the parents lived in New York. What? And then they moved to the other house that they're in now? Because Cassie and her husband do not live in the yellow house now. So okay. Did the parents move? Let me get this straight because I don't have it. Who moved to Florida first? Was that Cassie and her husband moved to Florida first and they lived in the yellow house? And then Gabby and Brian moved there? And then maybe for a short time, the parents moved there too? But then Cassie and husband got a new house? Is that what we're saying? I just don't even know. Yes? Oh, thank you. Good. I would like a gold star, please. Thank you.
Okay. I found it, but I'm not sure if you want to play it or not.
Thank you, Bossy Pants. Yes, I do. Can you send it to me in private chat?
Okay, it's from another channel.
Whose channel?
It is Joseph Morris.
I don't know who that is. Will I get in trouble?
That's what I said. I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll apologize later if need be. Let me see.
Vi har fått in en anmälan om en flicka.
Hold on one sec. Skip that. Okay. So now I will share this.
And this is what I found. This is what I ended up seeing, what I was talking about.
Okay. This guy, is it called? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. That's it, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to mute us so we don't get echo.
We need to know who placed this cross here. Was it Brian or the forensics teams? I mean, there's a huge difference there. And if you want to stay up to date on viral content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. An area in Teton National Forest where authorities found the remains believed to be 22-year-old Gabby Petito now has a makeshift memorial made of white stones arranged in a cross. Yeah, the location was found Monday, just minutes after law enforcement left the campground around 5:40 p.m. and opened it back up to the public. The campground had been closed to the public since last Saturday. So how did the stone memorial get there? Well, I would say Brian put that there. He might have used it to justify doing what he did and never thought that they would have caught him. Either way, there needs to be DNA analysis on those stones, but I think it would be impossible for someone to show up and lay those stones down within minutes of the park opening back up to the public. So what do you guys think? Sound off in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already by hitting my face on the right hand side.
Okay, so somebody in the chat asked, okay, yep, people are coming forth and saying that the stepfather was with the search team and did that. I don't know.
Okay.
But what I will say is that that video that we just showed was from September 21st. So that was quite a while ago. So I'm sure that, you know, there could have been the new information to come out to clarify that he did that. But at any rate, it shows where, you know, I see that creek now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They said that there was two creeks that they had to cross to end up finding where she was at. So
Okay. Mountain Girl, what are you talking about? See, now you done got Mountain Girl confused, Layla. Now you got to explain. Mountain Girl's stuck on the FaceTime
Yeah,
call.
yeah. That's what happened to me too. She FaceTimed Gabby, but it sounded like she said that Brian was there with her while she was FaceTiming her. Like after the fight, and they came back, and they was on the camping trip between the 6th and the 10th. That's the way it sounded. It sounded like that was the conversation, because they asked her, "Did you guys talk about Gabby at all?" She goes, "No, but I FaceTimed her."
Yeah, but I'm gonna say that I still think that they were talking about
Well, in August.
their trip in
Yeah.
general.
Right.
Because nobody,
Right.
it's not specified. The only date that they talk about during that little clip is the 17th, which we know they're talking about August 17th. And that's just in relation to that's when he flew back. They also ask about, did he mention the fight and the them getting pulled over?
Right.
And they say no. But sometime during that trip is when she FaceTimed with Brian
To Gabby.
No, she FaceTimed Gabby and Brian to talk to her and her kids.
Right. It's confusing.
Betty Jo says I'd come up, but I can't. They're not talking about September, dude. They're talking about August.
Yeah, I know.
But it was confusing. That whole interview was a little bit confusing for me, to be honest, because and no fault of anyone's. It's just that I'm sure they didn't know when these people were ever going to come out of their house, and so they were kind of like, "Oh shit, now here they come," and there's just firing all the questions at them that they can. And to me, it seemed like they were kind of jumping around a lot.
Yeah. And the thing is that I don't think they ever said in August. So that's where I got lost.
Yeah, they just said the 17th.
Yeah.
About him flying home. But we do know that it was August that he flew home, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think now. I don't know.
Okay,
So
Karen.
I'm still say sorry. I thought I was onto something.
Okay, so Karen's saying no. She FaceTimed Gabby when Brian came home the first time. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the way it sounded. It sounded like when they went on that camping trip, this is the way she worded it. While we was talking, I FaceTimed Gabby so the kids can talk to her. It's the way it sounds.
Okay. Karen said between the 17th and the 23rd
August.
of August,
right?
She FaceTimed Gabby with her children. Okay. So
Right.
when Brian was back, so are they trying to what? Where was Brian during that time? Where was Brian during the 17th, between the 17th and the 23rd of August?
Right.
Now I got to look at that timeline again. You guys got me all jammed up here.
Florida.
Oh my gosh.
So he was at home. So he wasn't with her then, right? Because she was in Wyoming after they got into that fight and separated.
So I guess I'm all the way confused because I didn't know Brian came home and then went back.
Well, yeah, I knew about
Is
that
that
part.
alleged?
That's why I was like, she FaceTimed her in that time frame. So
Okay.
it was just weird that the FaceTime is what's got me going.
All right.
So
So
she didn't sleep in the van because she had the van. He stayed at a motel and then came home, right? Ain't that how it went?
Okay, listen, I have a Newsweek article that clarifies the timeline. Brian Laundrie's sister clarified details this week while speaking with reporters. Something just popped up. Hold on. About her brother's activity in the days before Gabby Petito was reported missing on September 11. Cassie Laundrie stated during an interview on Good Morning America, which aired Tuesday, that September 6th was the last day she saw or spoke to her brother, whom authorities named a person of interest in Petito's disappearance. Petito's remains were found in Wyoming on September 19, and her death was ruled a homicide shortly thereafter. Brian Laundrie's parents said they last saw him on September 14th, and authorities have been searching for him ever since. Okay, yeah, we already knew that. Where did it go? Okay, so August 12th, okay, that is when they have the encounter with
right, Lisa.
and
right.
Gab. Okay, listen. August here, let me share this screen.
Sorry, I was talking to Lisa.
No problem.
She said my name.
Okay. That's okay. We don't want to ignore people. All right. So can y'all see this
Yes.
timeline here? This is on Newsweek, and I am going to move that out of the way. Okay. So August 12th is when they have the Moab police encounter Brian and Gabby after receiving the reports of disorderly conduct, et cetera, et cetera. No charges were filed. That's the big problem there.
Right.
Then August 17th, Cassie Laundrie said her brother briefly flew home during his cross-country trek with Petito. So briefly flew home.
Right.
The couple was at the time considering extending their trip. Okay, so he came home to get some things out of a storage unit. So then it says the 23rd, Brian returns to Salt Lake City following his brief trip to Florida. Okay, between August 30th, and then when did Gabby's parents say that they last spoke with her? Why don't they have that in this timeline? That's annoying. Did they say that up here? Because they reported her missing on the 11th. Isn't that what they said? And her parents last talked to her on the 1st?
The 25th?
Ah, shit.
27th? August 27th? It might have been August 27th.
Well, this timeline sucks. They reported her missing on September 11th. Y'all, when was the last time they talked to her? Somebody please tell me.
August 25th, she FaceTimed her mom. Karen? Karen B said August 25th she FaceTimed her mom.
Okay.
I do remember hearing something like that.
Okay. So according to that, then Brian, why would Brian go back to get some stuff?
Or did he bring something back in and put in the storage shed? Because nobody can get to that storage shed right now. Nobody can get access to it.
What the hell?
So did he come back and put something in there?
So Brian goes back to Salt Lake City on August 23rd. And then between the 30th and September 1st, authorities allege that Brian used a debit card and the personal identification numbers of 2 bank accounts he was not authorized to access. Were they Gabby's? Or whose were they?
They had to be Gabby's. But before that, they said they had joint account. So
who said?
Well, here in the timeline, if you scroll up, it says they had a joint account. I do believe.
In this timeline right here?
I think so. Wait a second. Maybe I misread it. I thought it said in the timeline that they had a joint account.
I don't remember reading that.
Huh.
Did anyone in the chat, do you ever remember hearing that they had a joint account? I don't understand why they wouldn't release that he accessed Gabby's account, if that's whose account it was.
Okay, right. Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Right here, August 23rd, towards the end, it says Brian and Gabby paid for a flight as they were sharing expenses. So I kind of misunderstood it.
Okay.
And, they shared expenses, kind of like made it sound like, yeah, see, shared expenses, not shared account.
Okay. So right now, is he actually wanted for her murder, or is he only wanted for this using the accounts that he doesn't have access? He shouldn't have access.
It sounds like it's only for the cards
that aren't his.
They didn't. I don't think they ever said that he's wanted for murder.
Yeah, because this just says the arrest warrant, which was issued on September 23rd, allows any law enforcement official who spots Brian Laundrie to arrest him. And it's based on this debit card stuff. So, dude, if that's all you did, I mean, why not turn yourself in? Because we all know that he did more than that.
Yeah. In this last case, it's too close to the area, you know?
Who shares?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like in the. It's all well, yeah. Hers is in the area of where Brian would have been at if he didn't skip to another state, or I don't know how he would get to another state without someone notifying, saying, "Hey, I gave him a ride."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That if so the
So he,
17th is when the parents say that that's when they reported that they hadn't seen him since the 14th. But look here, I'm going to say this. We are thinking that Cher left Florida potentially on the 17th.
yeah.
So,
Well, was it the 19th? No, was it the 19th?
well, she was found the 19th.
Oh,
Cher was found the 19th. And somebody earlier said that if she were to have driven to Myrtle Beach that day, because it's a 10-hour drive.
right.
I mean, and that's with no stops. So she
I
would have
don't want to start thinking like that. Sorry.
she would have had to have left Florida super early in the morning, like 5 in the morning or whatever. How many? 5. Yeah, I think she would have had to have left
Well,
earlier than that, even. I think she would have had to have left at like 3 in the morning to
I
be in
don't
Myrtle
want to
Beach
put
by
this
1
out
p.m.
there. I don't want to put this out there, but
You're going to anyway?
yeah, because it just. What if she was the one who picked him up and was driving him across state lines?
That's what I've been pretty much alluding to.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that just, I don't want to think of that because that's like
I know.
movie stuff.
I know it. I know it's bizarre, but I'm telling you, the whole damn thing is bizarre. I mean, Cher was alive at 1 o'clock, and then her car was on fire in a fucking cornfield an hour later.
Right.
An hour later. That there's just not a lot of time. I mean, that she's driving that whole time. That's
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Like from Myrtle Beach to the place where she was found is 45 miles away. So that means that during that short period of time, that is when she was killed.
Yeah.
On that drive.
So the lawyer said that they made a mistake and said it was the 13th. I don't trust anything that's coming out of that house.
Whoops.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Yeah. All we really know, honestly, about in reference to that is that they reported that on the 17th. We don't know if anything they're saying is true, frankly.
Yeah. And for them to say that they're not helping him is BS to me. They helped him. The lawyer did too.
Now, is the lawyer, is he retained by the parents or by Brian?
Yeah, he's family attorney.
Okay.
He's a family lawyer, but he's a home attorney, I do believe. He's like for homeowners. So he doesn't have anything to do
So he's
with
not a criminal defense attorney even?
No.
Interesting.
Well, that's what's going around is that he's not any of that. He's just a homeowner attorney. No, not cat. No. It's the what's their name? The mom and dad. It's their attorneys, not and I guess Brian has just added on to it recently.
Gotcha.
Real estate attorney. That's what it is. Thank you, Ann.
Yeah. So that makes me think that he's just doing it like as a friend, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, given legal advice, I think he's allowed to do, but the thing is that you're not obligated to help anybody. That's the sad part.
Uh-oh, you're
The-
stuck.
Your society tells you that you should say something, but you're not obligated to say anything. Is what's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why everybody pulls out their phones nowadays and starts recording instead of picking up the phone and calling the cops, because there's no obligation.
We're living in a crazy time.
Yes. And what's crazy is that you see all these videos of a timeline of somebody walking from this store to another store, but we haven't seen any of that stuff that comes from Brian. Shows that he went into this store and he's gone over here. He was in this area at this time. All that's being hidden. You would think that if you wanted people to come forward with information, you would give a little something so people would say, hey, I was there. Hey, this is what I know.
Right.
That doesn't happen no more.
So I don't know. I'm not an attorney, not even close to being one, so I have no idea if this is credible or not. But V says he can't represent them. You have to have a criminal lawyer.
Right. Right.
Okay. I don't have any idea. I mean, from what I know, you can represent yourself if you want to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could give them legal advice. That's pretty much it. He could tell them. Yeah.
But why couldn't he represent them? He could if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because you can legally represent yourself, and you're not an attorney.
That's true.
So I don't know. But I do think this is interesting. What Ann said, he's trying to come up, and he put Gabby's picture on his social media. He's a tool. Yeah. I mean, let's think about this. This case is huge. Everybody's talking about Gabby and Brian. And so anyone associated with the case is making a name for themselves. So maybe that's his motivation.
Yeah.
You heard coffee being poured? Mom 2-1. Who's pouring coffee? Not me. I was drinking bubbly water.
I'm close to a door, and it's like a hallway that goes past my room.
Oh.
So when they open the door, you can hear everything that goes on. So.
So was someone pouring coffee in the hallway?
We're about to. He's about to make some coffee.
Oh, okay. Who's that? Who's making coffee?
My brother-in-law.
Okay. My reviewer put her picture on his Yelp page, not his website. Okay, don't argue, guys. I'm just kidding. You could say what you want.
Yeah, no fighting. Have to get out the claws and claw you.
Okay, Emily D. Baker has often remarked how civil attorneys are more likely to engage in passive-aggressive games compared to criminal attorneys. Interesting.
Yeah, what I was going to say was, anyway it goes, he's getting paid, so he's getting money from them on a retainer anyway, so.
I just had to reprimand my dogs for barking.
I love it when the dogs bark.
Okay, Outlaw Trucker, they have to have a criminal license too, but if they don't, he can give some advice, but he can't take it unless he has a license to do so and pass the bar. I'm so confused about all that. But again, I don't work in law. I just know, like, look, if you can act as your own attorney, then why can't you say that, hey, I want this attorney to represent me? I don't get it.
Yeah,
You have to have a particular certain license.
Yeah, I don't think you guys are arguing. I just think you guys are having a conversation.
Yeah, and
text turns into sounding like arguments all the time.
Yeah, especially if it's against what I'm saying.
Right.
And Karen, half the time I'm just joking. Okay, so take it with a grain of salt. Literally everything that I say. Anne is cracking up. Okay, cool. Yeah, they weren't coming. It wouldn't be Orlando, Florida, though. Would it? From where he was? I'm just going to tell you this. I've made that drive many, many times because I live in South Carolina and my dad lives in Florida. About 45 minutes from Orlando, and that drive takes me 10 hours. So I don't care what, and I don't mean any disrespect, but I don't care what your Google Maps says. Ain't no way that trip only takes 8 hours. That's what I'm telling you, because I don't drive slowly. So with traffic and, a couple stopping to get gas and go potty breaks, it's a 10-hour drive. I don't know who that is, Anne. On another total side note, have you guys heard of... Hold on, someone said... Shelly. Shelly said, I always feel scolded. You know what? Same. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Betty Jo. That's true. But I'm just here to tell you I've made the trip numerous times, so I don't give a damn what Google says.
Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to say. I got on Instagram and did an Instagram message to Ryan Upchurch telling him about the Summer Moon Wells, that she was in his area and that she came missing. He never said anything back. 3 days later, he does a video on it. It says that he's seen a comment about it, so he wanted to check in and look it up. So I was like, maybe he's seen my message and found it and did something.
Yeah,
but
I bet he did.
I got the screenshot. I got the screenshot of the time and the date that I said it to him, and then I put a video on my YouTube of him doing the video of him talking about the Summer Wells.
That's really cool, and I'm so glad that he did that too. The more exposure we can get on her case, the better. And I hope he follows up and does more. But I don't know.
Well, right now he said that with him going through the lawsuit that he's going through, it's hard for him to stay on track with all the other stuff.
Oh, I didn't know he was going through a lawsuit.
Well, it was a long situation. A girlfriend wanted to try to be meanie to him, and now is trying to sue him for stuff that he didn't even do. And it's crazy. She's done it to a few other famous people too. So.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
What the hell? I hope it doesn't have anything to do. I don't. Let's just not talk about that.
Right.
But because he seems like a cool dude, but whatever. As much as you can tell from his music, he is very talented. I ain't no way. There's no arguing that, right?
Right. I'm gonna
He's
send you
talented.
this picture. You don't have to show it on screen, but I'll just show you that he never said anything back to me, but it was there on Monday at 11. What was it? 11:23 a.m. And then I think it was Thursday. He did a video on her.
Cool. I bet a lot of people hit him up.
Yeah.
Betty Joe is hilarious. Betty Joe says some bitches is all about the money. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I love that so much. Okay, I dream of Joran. The lawyer can't in good conscience take the case to court. Okay, he will find his client a competent defense lawyer. Otherwise, it would be like a psychiatrist doing ophthalmology. Yeah,
Right. Right.
that makes sense. I just am saying I don't know what the law says about that because I really don't. But it's confusing that you can represent yourself. Somebody actually sent me. It's a case that I might cover. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but someone sent me a request to cover her case, and she actually acted as her own attorney. And I was like, damn. She sent me video of 2 of the court dates where she acted as her own attorney, and I was like, wow. I was really impressed because she was doing it. She was doing the damn thing. She didn't win because I think there's corruption going on in that situation, but she definitely had done her homework. But have y'all heard about, let me go find her name again. Oh, what is this? That's my own video. What the heck? Okay, here it is.
Right.
Cassidy Rainwater. Have you heard of Cassidy Rainwater?
I think I have.
Hey, crazy girl. Who's who? Bossy Pants? The person who emailed me? They'll tell you apart if they have 3 or... I know that's right, Outlaw. Who's who, Bossy Pants? Oh. My chat is delayed and it's so confusing. Okay. I don't know. She's just someone that sent me an email. I don't know how I don't know. But it's a thing around corruption, and it's mainly about custody of the children and corruption within the legal system. But I need to look into it more. So I'm trying to really get to the bottom of where things went awry. And there's a lot of documentation and such that I haven't had time to look at. Okay. But anyway, so Cassidy Rainwater, what the fuckery is going on with that case? I think AB might have talked about her a bit. Well, hello, Sharon from Down Under Crime Talks. Welcome. Glad to see ya. We're talking about everything. We're just, we're all over the place. So I do what I do. Kimagene. I love saying your name. Oh boy, corruption in the legal system? No way. I know, right? Oh my gosh.
You don't follow Cher, do you?
No.
Voices behind the drywall. Sorry.
No, but I pop in and see what's going on every now and then.
Her community post 4 hours ago, more Don Well stuff.
Well, let's take a look, see, shall we?
I was going to say, if you want, I can take a picture of it.
I'll go to it. Okay, so this is, it's not going to come up. This is what we already watched, but okay, voices behind.
Yeah, it's there. I just double checked. It's still there.
I really don't understand how they have this many subscribers, but okay. What the hell is this? Okay, so this was from, this is his Facebook post. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Chris M. makes himself appear to be the all-American mighty detective, but in reality, he's nothing but a wolf in sheep's clothing. He claims to be family-friendly, but has shredded our family to pieces. That's because you're pieces of shit, Don. Managed to take all the focus off my daughter. Nope, you did that yourself. You're full of shit. And put on himself and the evil stepsisters. What the fuck? I can't.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I stopped reading it when he can't go without bringing up his stepsisters or someone else's fault.
Yeah. And that is where I say fuck all the way off, Don.
I mean, can he go once and say, hey, I messed up in my previous life. I'm trying to make it up now and leave it as that. But no, he's got to turn it back on. It's my stepsisters. They're doing this. And Chris came here and took my daughter, and it's stupid.
Well, listen here. I don't know about y'all, but even if he did apologize, that's unforgivable.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't say I was going to forgive him. But he's got to be able to take his own responsibilities.
You guys, my dogs are out of control. Oh my gosh. All right. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Like anyone with any level of integrity who did that at some point and who was truly remorseful of it would act as such. And he is not remorseful of it because he doesn't think he did any damn thing wrong.
Yep.
And that right there is a deal breaker for me.
And every time someone helps him, he turns around and badmouths him. He was so hard up for Dog the Bounty Hunter to come help him find his daughter. Then come to find out that that Dog said no. Now Don is mad.
He's like a toddler.
Hello, crazy girl.
Tantrum. Yeah, Karen, 100%. He definitely sees himself as a victim, 100. Shelly, I have not heard that they have verified anything about Xavier yet. So, yeah, no. But
it's crazy how hush-hush they are on that right now. Not too much is coming out on him.
Well, ever since they admitted that he was found in an area that they didn't fucking search,
Yeah.
who went missing. Maybe they're embarrassed, as they should be.
Yeah. I think I linked you in your email of a case that's been going on since 2016. I'm not sure if I sent it to you.
Wait,
And
what?
her name was Karen something.
Uh,
I have it on my Facebook. Let me pull it up. And I feel bad for the grandma because she says she goes to the police station and they make fun of her.
what?
Yeah,
Why is anyone making fun of a grandma?
they say that she's doing all this for just to be doing it, I guess.
Hmm.
I sent in the private chat the name. No, that was, I know who I sent it to now. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay. I can't keep up with all of my emails. Y'all do know that I have a full-time day job, right?
Yeah, I know that.
So I this stuff I just do in my free time because I just I don't know why, really. It's just what I want to do. But 40 hours a week, I am a slave to the man. Not literally, guys, but I have to work for a living for, to pay for stuff. And then I do this on the side in my free time. Okay, Karina McClurkin. Oh, I've heard that name before, I feel like.
I'm going to try to find this video of the grandma.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her. People are making fun of her grandma?
Yeah, she's
the
made videos on it. Oh my
Yeah,
Lord.
I knew
Why
this
can I not?
girl was missing.
Yeah,
She's
from
missing since
2016.
2016. Oh my gosh.
And they're all saying that it's not a closed case yet, but there's no new leads. So
Feels pretty cold to me.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just.
Here's her picture, y'all. Mom to one. So I always have to give I don't have to, but I choose to give a long answer to things. I don't know. It's just my way. But here's my long answer. I still have a license for teaching. I am an educator by profession and training. However, I am not currently teaching in the classroom. What I do is I'm a parent educator and advocate. So I attend IEP meetings with parents and I help them prepare for those. And then I also am a parent educator in the way of helping parents with their children if they have some behavior difficulties with their child that they don't know what to do about. And I work from home and I love it. I love every minute of it. But sometimes I would rather be looking into these cases because I get obsessed.
I find that video. I'm going to link it to you.
Okay.
It's so sad to hear her talk about it.
Okay, hold on. So this is from 2020. Has she spoken out recently at all?
No, that's the last video that I've seen from her.
Okay. And but there's still nothing new on this little girl's case, right?
Right. There's no new stuff.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess they tried to say that it was the son, or her boyfriend, or whoever that did this or something. It's crazy.
Okay. I'm going to mute us so there's no
Yes.
feedback.
I'm making this recording trying to reach out and get help to find my granddaughter. I'm not doing this for attention, as the police have stated. I don't want attention. I never liked attention whatsoever brought to me whatsoever. I'm trying to do this to help my son. This family needs peace. They need peace of mind. We need to find Karina McClurkin, which has been missing since October the 10th, 2016. The police officers downtown, not the police officers, the detectives, have spoke to me like I am a piece of crap. Every time I go down there, I ask them, will you? Can you? Please. Yes, sir. No, sir. And I have been attacked by the detectives verbally, stating that you're just doing this for attention, for yourself. And the last time I went down there, the one was sitting there and with the new chief of police stated, oh, and you're down here and you're breaking down crying. Well, you know, I can only talk about this for so long before it does make me break down. And it didn't dawn on me what the man said. So I kept on talking. I stopped crying. And then it dawned on me what he said. And I looked at him and I broke again. And I said, yes, sir, I am crying. I said, have you ever been in a position to where you have seen your son, a 245, 50-pound man, fall on his hands and knees, and right beside you, start digging with his hands to see if he could uncover his daughter? And before I left, I said a few choice words, but before I left again, I took and extended my hand and said, thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I need help in finding my granddaughter. Kokomo Police Department is doing nothing. 4 years, they have stated, this man did it. This man did it. We know he did it. Okay. If you know he done it, why ain't you doing anything? They found blood in the trunk of a car. I know I'm going to get in trouble for this. They told my son to come to Kokomo, get the mother, give DNA. Then they tell my son, start looking for her remains. Why hasn't Kokomo Police Department for 4 years been looking for the remains? Also, and I don't mean to cause any harm or bring any harm to Mr. Pelfrey, they just found his sister, 11 years, in the water, not even a mile from where she disappeared. They did not search for that girl. They should have done at least a 5-mile radius. They did not find that girl. Fishermen found that girl. If we find Karina, it's going to be a miracle. Because there's nothing left to find. Kokomo Police Department, they know who did this. They know where my granddaughter's at. And I can't get anybody downtown to listen to me. The mayor won't sit down with me, Goodnight or the new one. Chief of police will not sit down with me. They just keep giving me back to the same cop that has bashed me. He told me a while ago on the phone, you're doing nothing but causing trouble. I said, sir, all I have done is to try to bring you information to find my granddaughter. He said, "You're doing this for you." No, I'm not. My family needs peace. My grandkids have broke down and cried. They have nightmares. They contact me. Mamo, I just had a dream of Karina. One granddaughter contacted me the other day. Mamo, I had a dream of Karina. I said I did too, the same night. I need people, not prayers. I need people. If you can go out and march for a man that you did not even know, this is one of yours in your community. I've not seen any black people step out, and I'm not calling anybody out. But where are her family friends? Where are her friends at? They wouldn't even hold a sign on the corner. And the last time I was down there, I was by myself, standing there on the corner across from the police station. And a van pulled up, and a young kid hollered out, "You're never going to find that bitch." I looked down at Karina's sign, and I told her, "Karina, Grandma's going to go home. I can't take this. I need your help, Kokomo. I need to find her. For my son, not for me. It's for my son and her brothers and sisters. Please, someone step out and help. That's all I'm asking." Thank you.
Well, I think that just gave me an instant migraine. That is the most effed up.
Yeah, like I said, they did her wrong.
First of all, well, I don't know. There's so many. Why, in God's name, would anyone say to a grandmother or a mother or a father or anyone for that matter who is looking for their missing loved one that you are doing something for attention? What the fuck?
I know.
She wants to find her granddaughter, you piece of shit.
I'm just saying that's the way Indiana is, and it's bad. So
I can't.
Well, the reason why I kind of like wanted to show that video is also it goes on to the surrounding area of Kokomo isn't really good. There's a lot of bad things that go on in that area, and cops don't do nothing about it. It's almost like a Detroit type of situation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But look at what Crazy Girl said. And I thought that was an excellent point. Someone needs to send this to the Wells and show them how begging for help really looks like.
Yeah.
100%. And that is what grieving for a missing loved one looks like.
Yes.
Not this dry eye bullshit that Don puts on talking about, I can't, he's nauseating.
Yeah. But every time I see that video, I want to cry. So
yes,
I'm trying to hold it together here. So
I want to look into her case. That's really I'm very
I sent you the Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah. I gave you their Facebook. It's the Justice for
Betty Joe. 100%. This is what the fuck I'm talking about. It doesn't matter if she wanted attention.
Right.
Do your effing job and find this young lady. What the hell?
What really got me is when she talked about her son, him trying to dig up the ground to get his daughter.
Hey, you shush. Lily
that that's heartbreaking.
Yes, absolutely. And crazy girl, right? Hell yeah, she wants attention. That's how you get help. The fuck? She's not trying to become a superstar. She's trying to find her granddaughter.
I think she's 21 now.
So how old was she when she went missing?
It was her 20th birthday.
Oh.
No, her 20th birthday was September 26th.
Just recently.
Yeah.
Okay. And
she
what
went missing in
2016, you said?
Yeah, 2016.
So she was 16. No, 17. Wait, 15? Can I add? I don't know what's happening. It's 12:30 at night. I can't add at this point. I didn't say it was a math teacher, guys. All right, so 2016 was 5 years ago. Right?
Yeah, so she was like 15 maybe?
15, yeah.
15, 16.
Thank you, Betty Joe. October 11th. So we're coming up on the anniversary of the day she went missing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I feel like I need to start making a video. I need to start covering her case officially on October 11th.
This is the information on Facebook.
Thank you. How do I don't know if this is going to save on my stream.
Maybe I'll email it to you.
Yeah, will you? Will you do
Yes.
that, please? Because I want to cover this. Because this sucks.
Yeah, it's
Jacked up in all kinds of ways.
this has gotten me going for a while now, and I haven't been able to find anyone that would want to even get into it. I did chasing. What's the lady's name? Chasing Truth.
Mm-hmm.
I sent it to her, and I don't know if she's going to do anything about it or even make a video on it.
Well, a lot of times, I mean, I don't know. You never know what people are interested in covering. But
Aw.
seeing that grandma crying like that, no, we can't let that shit go.
I can't send you the whole thing.
Okay, so Shelly says that Karina was 18 when she was reported missing.
Okay, 18 then.
Okay.
Okay.
Regardless, but yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not. I don't want to push it this way, but you've seen her picture, and they get overlooked. It's going to sound bad me saying it that way, but it's the truth. African Americans get overlooked when they become missing, unless they're babies.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I would also say that just in general, teens are often considered to be runaways. And that's why their cases don't get the needed attention. But I do definitely think that there's definitely something about race in there. People don't like to ever admit that or talk about it, but
Yeah, I just wish there was more talk about it.
I wish my dog would stop barking at nothing.
actually, I think my husband's home from work now. But y'all, I have to get up early for an IEP meeting. So
I'm gonna attach this as a document. For some reason, it won't let me just send it all. So it's going to be a notepad document.
Okay. You're gonna email it?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that's right, Betty Joe. She said, I don't care if she's purple, find her.
Yeah.
Well, and for them to say, start looking for what? Did you? No one says that. Do they really say that to people? Does another human being say to another human being, start looking for the remains of your granddaughter? Or to who did they say it to? The father?
Yeah.
Whoever.
Does
Any fucking person say that to someone that isn't a piece of shit? No. That's the correct answer to that. So anyway, I really have to get going. My tummy's growling. I have to eat at 12:30 at night because I'm definitely obviously trying to get super overweight. But I just do that too much. But yeah, I have to get up early and be alert for it. Let me see how many IP meetings I have tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I only have one IEP meeting tomorrow, but I have some other appointments that I have to do. Okay, so God bless you all. Please pray for all of the missing. Please pray that law enforcement in general, will do what they need to do. And I know there's so many good police officers. I do, you guys. I don't want to make it seem like I am anti-police because I'm not. I just am anti not doing what you're supposed to be doing type of
Here's
thing.
another link for you too if you want to grab it.
Hey, you're supposed to be emailing it.
I linked the. You want me to link that too? I thought it was just the info.
Well, yeah, because I don't know if I can. Any of these things that you just put in the chat, I don't know if I can access them again.
Oh, okay.
After I end it. I'm just really not sure. I might be able to. Betty Joe, this is what I'm talking about. Anti-assholes. That's all we're asking for. Oh gosh. Okay. So God bless you all. I'm going to end this right now. I appreciate you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much, Layla Love, for joining me. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.